Hello, welcome to Dream Team Scout. This is your boy Tage for another episode of the Sun Dream Team Fantasy Game Week 15 tips. How we doing? It's getting it's getting close to Christmas. It's safe to say that it's safe to say I think my season is done, man. I think my season's gone. It's gone. Just looking at it, it's just. Listen, I got 2 boosters left. I've got the max captain. I've got, the goals booster, but it's just too far behind. Trying to every week is a battle. Trying to claw it back and, not making the right choices. Some people went with, Saka being captain, and that paid off well against Monaco, as opposed to I went with Haaland. He done the 1 goal against Palace, and then City failed to score against Juve. I was shocked. So just the small margins, thin margins, what should I say, tiny margins, little margins, is like, it's not easy. So you could see my team out there, just struggle, man. It's a struggle. Yeah, it's a tough one this week. But anyway, let's not wallow too much. This is what we do. Every week we pick ourselves up and we try to find a new way to bounce back and see how we could, win that money, or should I say help the people like you, like Bane. It's for you, the people. Gotham is yours. None shall interfere. Do as you please. Listen, I'm just trying to help out. So, listen, if you ain't seen the Dark Knight trilogy, crazy. Best Batman series ever. I don't want to hear about that new Batman that was made 2-3 years ago, wherever it was, or whenever that was made. That was crap. Nolan Batman, like De Niro, top stop. Like Denzel, I guarantee it. I stand by it. But yeah, anyway, listen. Back to Dream Team. Yeah, for this game week, I got a few players that I'll be targeting. If I was to start off in defense, that would be a quick one. I could, in defense, I just got the 1 player I might consider bringing in this game week, which is Joe Gomez. It's 3.3 million. He got 8 points this game week. Liverpool didn't really play the 2 games. They had a game against Everton cancelled or postponed. So, but they kept the clean sheet against Girona. He looks like he's going to be playing for a while, as long as Konate is injured. He's the main man there with Van Dijk, and Konsa just doesn't convince enough. So they've got the 2 game against Fulham and Southampton. Fulham are tricky customers. Iwobi's on form. Jimenez is a bit of a tricky player as well. So they could score. And we know what happens when we target the Southampton games for goals or whatever. It doesn't really go into fruition. But I probably say Liverpool could keep a clean sheet 1 out of 2 of those games. So I would probably say Joe Gomez is 3.3. His money should go up by at least 100k again. So if you're looking for cheap alternatives in the team, that would be where to look at, and that is something that I'm considering myself with regard in my team. So it might be a Gavio to leave my team, or I don't know, or probably a William Saliba, but we'll speak about that later on. And that would lead me to my next player, who I might suggest would be Saliba. It's 5.2 million. Might go up by 200k with this performance this game week of 17 points. He got a 9 against Fulham, 8 against Monaco with a clean sheet. He's got a total of 123 points. He's holding it down. He's holding the fort down with no Gabriel. And Arsenal, we've got Everton and Palace. Loads of injury problems in the team. But I still see us keeping a clean sheet 1 out of 2 of those games. Saliba is 5.2. So if you really want to, it's down to you guys, If you're looking for a cheap alternative, Gomez 3.3, and then you could use the funds for somewhere else, or you could go with the Saliba 5.2. And I would say, when you buy, you hold him for, you hold him and keep him for a while. And he also is in good goal scoring form, and he scored 2 goals in 3 games in Gabriel's absence. So he's a bit more of a threat from set pieces, given Arsenal's corner, statistic, should I say. But if you can't really afford Saliba and you want to dig into the Arsenal pool, then you could look at Timber. He's 4.3 million, and he's somebody that you could also bring as an alternative for this game week. And yeah, it didn't start against Monaco. It came on. I guess they were saving him for the Everton game, and he's been playing too many games this game week. So those would be the two players at Arsenal which you could really go for, out there, should I say, per se. And then if we were to go into, midfield options, goes without saying that you should have Saka in your team. Once again, if you don't have no Saka, boy, I don't know, you're playing with fire. The guy is 6.7 million. He scored 29 points this game week. Definitely should go up at least by another 200 to 300k. His total points are 210. He's definitely going to start against Everton. And the guy, sometimes Saka ain't pleasing on the eye. I'll be honest, as an Arsenal fan, he ain't pleasing on the eye. But the guy, you can't stop that. This guy just put in numbers. Okay, his numbers are crazy, and that is what he does. And right now, he's hot. He's hot. That's why people were brave enough to captain him this game week that just went past. So, I would say Saka. And if you are going to bring him in indefinite, just let him stay in your team. Like immigration, indefinite stay. Just let him stay, bro. Let him just stay. But yeah, and then if we're moving on from Saka, another guy I'm going to throw into the hat would be Cole Palmer. He's 6 million, should go up by 200k with his performance against Tottenham. 25 points. It's averaging 11.1 points per game. That's crazy. Even better than Saka. Crazy. He's got 167 points. They've got Brentford. Brentford do shipping goals. So Palmer could do his thing there. He definitely could get a goal. He could get an assist. And the thing about Palmer is, when he's on song, he tends to cover for two games as opposed to the one game. So if people have got Palmer on your team and you're considering, let me take him, and cool, I would say hold him. But if you ain't got Saka and you got Palmer and you're trying to swap, then that's a viable explanation. I could understand that. But if not, I would say keep him. But definitely not with the double games. Is a tough one, because I know you're going to play against Shamrock Rovers, but Brentford definitely could do something. So Cole Palmer is in with a shout for me as well this game week. And furthermore, if we're looking just outside of that, then I would say Kulusevski of Tottenham. Now I know I'm currently making this video whilst he's been dropped for this in the Europa League game, but his 3.3 is a cheap option. His game week 14 points as it stands is is 10. The 9 points v Chelsea. It's got 105 points. It's averaging is not the best of 4.8. His best performing points is not the greatest, 13 points. But listen, Southampton and then United, it's exciting. He definitely could do something. So if you're looking for a cheaper alternative in midfield, that would be the guy to go for, no doubt. And then, same old story this week. If you got Salah, he's the man. You keep him. I ain't going to talk too much about Salah. Regardless of the position, he's doing what he does. So we're just going to move on from Salah very quick. And now if you're looking at, and then after Salah, I considered Havertz as well. But Havertz is a tricky one. He's not really full of confidence. He might score against Everton, then he definitely wouldn't start against Palace. Then it probably might come on if we're struggling. But I would say, listen, we have to be brave. And so I would say Gakpo. Gakpo at Liverpool is 4.6. Now, bearing in mind when you bring him in, his value might be going down by 300k maybe. But I know his rotation with Diaz is annoying. But the fixture of Fulham and Southampton, I see him starting the Southampton game, and Liverpool, he would definitely have something to prove. So if you want to take the gamble, I would say you could do that with Gakpo on that one, but it's a risk. And a more calculated risk for me would be Isak at Newcastle, who is 5.2 million. His game week 14 points was 10 points, so probably should go up by 100 to 200k. He's got total points of 103, not bad. Averaging 6.9, not bad. Best performing points 13 points, not bad. Just average, but he's got game week 15 games. He's got Leicester and Brentford. I don't see him starting both games, but I see him featuring in both games. So I see him starting against Leicester. Maybe Brentford off the bench. They might start off with Wilson. But the guy's got 2 goals in 2 games, you know, and he's certainly picking up form. And if Newcastle are going to enjoy themselves, you know, and he's definitely going to be involved in it. Leicester City do concede goals, and if I was just to, let me just pull up some information here with Leicester City, just to see what, you know, their defense, you know, their defensive record in the league. I don't think it's the best, so I do see Newcastle, you know, getting some sort of, you know, success, you know, against the Leicester defense this season. Let me just put that out quickly. But yeah, Isak would definitely be a good shout. However, if you are going to bring in Isak, I'll probably say, you know, bring him and hold, because the next few weeks, the Newcastle have got double game weeks. So I'll probably say, if you are going to bring Isak, don't be alarmed that there's no Europe. He's got a few games to you know, to pile on the good work. And like I said, with regard back to Leicester, they considered 2 against Brighton, they considered 1 against West Ham, they considered 4 against Brentford. I know and it's just been bad. So I see that, you know, carrying on. Van Nistelrooy would try to put a hold on that, but you know, I don't see much changing on that front. Okay, so, and you guys will be surprised I didn't mention no United players, I didn't mention no City players, because the United players, I know Fernandes is chipping away with 1 assist and stuff like that, but it's not someone I would bring to just give you the whole of points. United have not been that impressive. And yes, Fernandes is ticking away, which is good, but I've not, you know, thought of him this game week as someone that is really, I should be focusing on bringing in. And Man City, I'm just on a free fall. Yeah, I can't believe it's like almost a Kosh chalice. We all got Haaland, so not even worth mentioning at all, so should I say. And yeah, and if I was just to go to my team quickly, you know, let me not waste no time, so you could get to go do what you do. This team's getting awful every week, terrible. But Kulusevski on as a sub right now, just seeing that pop up on my feed. Yeah, so looking at my team, I went with Watkins and Odegaard. Safe to say both were letdowns. So this game week, I'll be doing the Watkins, probably doing Watkins off for Isak. That's what I'll be doing, so just to get that up. Isak, roughly around the same price, you know, so I will probably say that. So Isak for Watkins, just to confirm that quickly. And you know, I've now got about 5 more million to spend, so I could do Gavio out in that team. That defense is looking awful. United have got Man City and Spurs. I don't see them keeping any clean sheet there. Man City only got the Man United game, so I might probably do Gavio for. I might do Gavio for Saliba, who's, you know, Saliba is 5.2, so I can't even bring him in. It's a tricky one. I might do him for Timber. Or Gomez, depending on how I feel. Timber or Gomez, depending on how I feel. It's a tough one. So I'll see. Anyway, so I'm not too sure, but I'll see what happens, and this is just what it is. Anyway, you know. And I'll be preparing to use my booster soon. You know, when I feel like the team has got many attacking players on full flight, then I feel like that'll be the right time for me to use my booster. But I know tons of people have used their boosters, and you know, it's been a success. Right now, points wise, we're not doing the best, as you could see, but it is what it is, man. Sometimes the messenger ain't gonna, he ain't the savior. It's just a messenger, you know, it's just to pass on the news. But it is what it is. Dream Team Scout, over and out.